Okay, our second hand switch will be our hip switch. Okay, so we know about basically the simple up, which is over to your shoulder, left side, right side. Once you get that, we're going to do the hip switch. So let's go into horse stance here. Put your hand out forward like this. Nice grip on the nunchuck. Drop your left hand. From here, you're going to take the nunchuck chain and wrap it around your hip. Okay? Again, drop it. Take it over your hip. Now once it comes back, because it's going to come back out of your hip, you're going to take your left hand and hold it out. Now eventually what's going to happen is that when you put it on your hip, it will come back towards you. Now the secret here is this. Once you're in that horse stance and you drop your nunchuck, when you move to your left, make sure the nunchuck wraps around your hip. Okay? Don't do it like this, because then you're hitting yourself. It's not going to bounce back. Well, it might bounce back, but it's not going to bounce back as clean. Okay, you want to wrap it around your hip and put your left hand up. Again, drop the nunchuck towards your left hip, hands up. Continuation is the same thing on the opposite side. Let go of your right hand, which is my bottom nunchuck here. Wrap around the hip. Remember we're talking about the hip. And put your hand straight out. Okay? Again, here. Let go. Towards the hip. Grab the nunchuck. Let go. Towards the hip. Grab the nunchuck. This right here is a continuation of the hip switch. All you're doing is wrapping the nunchuck around your hip as you're switching the hand. When I let go, I'm putting my hand over on top. It makes it a lot easier to grab. So once it's here, it makes it a lot easier to grab. Okay? You begin from here, drop the nunchuck towards your left. Remember, make sure it's wrapped around your hip. Okay? Then once you get that, you should get it nice and flowing. Watch the hip, flowing around the hip. See it around the hip. To review real quickly, we have the simple up, hand switch. Then we have the hip switch, coming down towards your hip. Okay, again, let's start from this position, the simple up. Then, once you get into this position, do your hip. This is a combination for the hip exercise. You start from this position, go to your simple up, do this about 10 times. Once you get towards your right side, go towards your hip, do that about another 5 or 10 times. Okay, from here, this position, and in this position. So I'm going to do it real quick. Now we did two switches, the simple up hand switch and then the hip switch. Now what I want you to think about is this. In the beginning, look down and see how you're doing, okay, because you want to see what's going on here. And look at where the nunchuck's going when you do the simple up. After a while, once you get good, You should basically do it with your eyes closed, okay? Because you should feel the nunchuck around your hip, and also you feel the grabbing the nunchuck. It should be just nice and flowing, bouncing the nunchucks, okay? Have fun.